All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College. And I've been going over a series of videos for the AWD 1000 Web Technologies class. I'm up to the point where I'm talking about the product from mobyrise.com. I've downloaded the product just by going out to mobyrise.com, and once I did, and I don't know why I opened that, but I did. All right, I've got this somewhere over here. There's my icon. That's the Mobyrise icon. So, I've started to do a little bit of work on this, but I'm going to literally come in and go in and say, let's see. In fact, let's close. We'll close it. And I'm going to start Mobyrise up again. I'm using 3.12.1, which is the newest version. Sites. And I'm going to just come in. I want to give you a flavor of what's going on in here. All right. So I've got a site up right now, and you can see it. So if I come over here, if I come over to the side, this opens up. And from pages, I can come in here and create new pages. All right. I can clone or copy an existing page. And I can rename a page or bring it up so I can work with meta tags. I can tell it to add extra code in the head section, body section, or before the doc type if I want to, etc. All right, or I can create a brand new page if I want to. Okay? All right. I can come in here and create a brand new site, which is what I'm going to do in just a moment. All right, or I can import an existing site. Maybe I have it on another machine. Maybe somebody has given me some kind of a Mobyrise project file, etc. Okay? It says here, sign up, log in to get latest updates. I have not done that, even though I should. But this is how I can log in and log out. This is how I can reset my password, etc. All right? I'm going to skip extensions and themes for just a second. This is help. Notice they say before you contact them, you should visit their forums because there's a lot of frequently asked questions and stuff there. All right. Remember, this is a free product, although there are add-ins or add-ons that are not free. And with those add-ins or add-ons, you will pay. But if you have just the free version, I wouldn't expect immediate turnaround, especially, again, you're going to the Netherlands. Now, I'm on Central Daylight Time, so it is 5:34 in the morning here. They are 7 hours ahead of us, so it's 2:34 in the afternoon there. There's also a thing here that says extensions and themes. All right? I'm going to literally take a minute to go over most of these. I went out yesterday, and through the goodness of Rankin Technical College and my immediate superior, Mr. Charles Corrigan, I was able to go out and purchase this all-in-one kit, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. All right? When you bring this up yourself, you'll see that many of the things that are in here have got an orange trash can on them. That means that these things that are in here have been loaded, and if I want to, I can get rid of them. But one of the biggest ones is this one right here, the code editor. Because using the code editor, which costs $69, and I know that isn't cheap, what that does is it takes every block. And what's a block? You're going to see those in just a minute. Every block that you've created, all right, every block that you've created, it takes it and it allows you to go in there and modify, which means that you can remove, change, or add CSS and HTML into every block that's in there. Without the code editor, what you can do with the CSS and HTML is limited. All right, so that's the big one. There's a wow slider here, which has got, it's a slider where you can do some more work as far as being able to work with the time between slides, etc., and do a few things. there's a PayPal shopping cart. And you'll notice that all of these, if you bring them up, have got demos. All right, I'm not going to run through those. I mean, to me, it's silly for me to get onto a product and start, oops, well, I guess they closed it. No, I didn't. And start running demos from the product. All right. So I mentioned the code editor and PayPal. These are both, these both cost. I think this is about $19, but it could be $29. I don't remember. Color M, Space M, and Purity M, those three, so Color M, Space M, and Purity M, and Direct M, the M is, I believe, for MobiRise, those are different MobiRise themes. I believe the Color M is either $9 or $19. And again, if I bring it up, there's a video on it that shows you what it'll look like. All right, that isn't it, but it'll show you the video as to what it'll look like. The Space M, I believe, also is about $19 or $29, something like that. And there's another theme. The Direct M is another theme. And these don't look like much. All right, and finally, the one I believe is free now is Purity M. And that's what this looks like. All right. Let me close these. I just hate to have way too much stuff open here. All right. The block pack, it says, have 60 new blocks of so there are different things that you can drop in. Icons, I believe they say there's between 6,000 and 7,000 additional icons that you can use from here. SoundCloud, now I know SoundCloud is some kind of a music or audio service. Let's look up SoundCloud here. Sometimes, okay, search SoundCloud for things. Let's do this. Sometimes I like to just go out to Wikipedia. All right. And what they have for SoundCloud, it's an online audio distribution platform based in Berlin, Germany, that enables users to upload, record, promote, and share their originally created sounds. All right, I'm not going to say anything more about it than that. I've never used it, but there is an add-on in MobiRise that allows you to use this. Social feed, all right, as it says, it allows you to acclimate. So if you have a MobiRise site that you want to be able to bring into your Facebook page, you're able to do that. Social comments, all right, to add comments to the site. These I've all mentioned. Google Analytics, which I said before that you can go and add. Literally, when you bring up Google Analytics, there are different types of JavaScript, typically. What's the word I'm looking for? Code blocks that you can go and add into your site. And cookies alert, which I don't even know what those are. Now, when you look at these, you'll notice that every one of them, other than the one right here, and we're going to look at that in a minute, but every one of these has either a plus sign or it has an orange or reddish garbage can. If it has a plus sign, that means that you get it free from MobiRise. There's nothing special that you have to do in order to be able to get it or use it. You just bring it into your MobiRise project. Any one of these that has the orange or reddish trash can on it means that you have to pay for that service. So you'll notice you get SoundCloud, social feed, social comments, Purity M, Google Analytics, and cookies alert. You get those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 products or parts of MobiRise for free. The other 8, Color M, Block Pack for MobiRise 3 theme, Icons, Space M, Direct M, Code Editor, PayPal Shopping Cart, and Wow Slider you have to pay for. You can buy those individually, or you can do as I did, where I went out and went to the all-in-one kit. Click the more details here. These products together retail for $262. I'm not trying to do a sell job here, not at all. But I'm trying to show you what's available here. All right? So, again, notice there's a live demo. So if you come and bring that in, it'll show you what it looks like, how to build with it, etc. So let's whip all the way through this and take a look. So notice what they're doing. All right? As you'd probably guess, there's also a demo for the Color M. At least some kind of a preview. And, whoops. There's one for the Space M. That'll do the same kind of thing. All right, I'm not going to run through any of those right now. The Block Pack, so again, notice Direct M, Color M are $29 a piece. Space M is $19. All right, the Block Pack, as it says, it's got 60 new blocks, which are different things that you can drag and drop, in addition to the ones that are provided for you by MobiRise. The code editor, as I mentioned, this is the kind of the key to all of this. As it says, it allows you to edit the code of blocks in the app or add a special empty block for custom code. You want more information, you can get it here. Again, someplace in here they had a video that shows you how you can do this, and there's more than one video. There's 3 videos in here. Again, not my intention right here to go through those. The PayPal cart, as it says, it allows you to automatically incorporate what you're working on with PayPal, with dragging and dropping. The slider extension, as it says, if you want a more adjusted slider on your page, you'd use this. The code editor is $29. The PayPal cart, the code editor is $69. The PayPal cart is $29. The Wow slider is $29. The icons are $19. 6,600 icons, including icons, mine, etc. So what? 20 and 30 is 50, and 30 is 80, and 70 is 150. 190, 230, 260, 290. Take off those dollars for each one of those. It's regularly, like it says, 200. They say 262. I went for this. I went to the buy now. It was painless. Notice it immediately came up and asked me for this. All right, it was a checkout. It was very seamless. Bought it through the MasterCard, the Rankin Technical College MasterCard. Had it delivered to me electronically within 10 minutes. Within 5 minutes after that, everything had been installed on my system. So that's it for this particular example. What I'm going to do in the next example is I'm going to build a really simple, hokey little site. All right, and then we're going to come back and we're going to take a look at what we would do, all right, what we would actually do here if we were building that St. Louis Blues Line site. So I'll be back with that very shortly.